Gotta go put my little ticket back. This spot was $12 to stay last night, but not too bad. They didn't honor the America the Beautiful pass that I have. I'm bummed out about that. Alrighty, on my way to my dad's. So I have not seen him in several years, you know, this whole trip. He's kind of getting up there in age, so I just wanted to make sure that I got the chance to see him because we live so far apart. So I should be there in like an hour maybe. My first time seeing his neighborhood, so gotta find his house here. So yesterday we ended up just kind of hanging out, you know what I mean, doing our thing, chatting, watching TV. And this morning I figured that I would go for a run and kind of explore the town. So I knew that the town that my dad lived in was small. I've never been here. And I knew that the town he lived in was small. I'm pretty sure I can run the whole thing. I'm almost positive I can run this entire town this morning. So I'm gonna run it and explore it instead of driving and exploring. All right, so the first interesting thing that I find, the little town well. This is the earliest permanent white settler in present Labette County. John Matthews arrived in 1840, and he established a post to trade with the Osage Indians. He says that this John Matthews guy slaves dug and built this well, and he lived in a nice 2-story double log structure. Just found the town park. There's like a disc golf, a swimming pool, and some shelters that you can have like little parties at. Believe it or not, for such a small town, this park is actually pretty huge. There's also like a whole real life tank in the middle of this park. I find that kind of interesting. And this tank, the tank is real. Like I can smell grease, if that makes sense, like grease and oil and stuff off of it. Show you guys, so here's a little overlook on the backside of this park. So this big old river, less than a mile from my dad's front door. So I ran down to the river, kind of slow moving, which is nice. This river is actually big enough to have its own boat ramp. It's about 1.5 miles to get to this point from my dad's front door. So we're supposed to come fishing here tomorrow. It's been kind of cold for him these last couple of days, but this is a spot we're gonna try to catch some fish. So he told me this isn't even a big river for these parts. And I'm like, that river is huge. You can put a boat on it. It's a cool looking house. All right, so I did this little loop out past the park, down by the river, and this is actually the back end of the town's main street. So I'm like 2.5 miles in and almost back actually already. All right, this is kind of Main Street here. Hoping for a coffee somewhere, but I really have no idea if this place is gonna have coffee or not. No coffee. To be honest, I didn't even see a restaurant that's in business, but there is a gas station, so let's see. All right, so I got a coffee and about 3 miles in, and that's the tour of this entire place.
Okay, so this is a mining museum that is probably, if I remember correctly, about 8 miles away. And this is basically where there was a big mine, but they ended up donating this giant piece of mining equipment called Big Brutus. You guys can Google it if you want to. I'll show it to you here in a minute. It's actually a kind of a cool museum, but I think the reason that they ended up donating it is actually just because they didn't want to disassemble it and move it. And yeah. This thing is huge though. This is probably 3 to 4 stories tall. And that's not including like the part that actually goes out and hoists the bucket. And there's some ropes and stuff that they were using that they show that are like the ropes to hoist the bucket weighed 25 pounds per foot, and they had to replace them like every 6 months or so. It's absolutely insane.
So I'm 6'1", and the track is up here. That's like almost my whole reach. You got the piece of paper?
Yeah.
It says this bucket held 150 tons. This is underneath this gigantic crane, and it's pretty cool because they have like this entire tour for you to go up and actually climb around on this bad boy. Everything above this point stays on this revolving frame. This is completely wild. It's like it reminds me of a submarine. So crazy. There we go. I have no idea what this is, but this thing is an absolute trip to explore. Let's go through here. It's crazy to think that this is mining equipment. Got lifetime memberships. Certificate of first aid training, March 20th, 1926. Big Brutus and surrounding acreage donated by the Coal Mining Co., Pittsburg and Midway Coal Mining Co. That company 100% donated this because they did not want to have to move it off the property. Whoa, check, these are the motor mounts. So it says on the paper, 2 3,500 horsepower motors and 13 generators. And then they have mounted all along the walls like a bunch of tools. Look at the cables. Look at those. Main hoist. 8 500 horsepower electric motors. 800 feet of wire rope on each side. 25 pounds per foot. Jeez. Oh my God. Yeah, they're not kidding. Oh man, they closed the boom because of an insurance company thing. Otherwise, you could have actually walked out onto the boom. So here's like the operator's office, which is insane. That's the boom, by the way. I don't even know if I would have wanted to climb that bad boy. But check this out. This is you can actually have a seat. You see my dad down there waving at me. He didn't want to come up. You just like get a view. They just have like a balcony up here. And there's an elevator. These are the transformers. This is the transformer room. And this one is a trip. It says that some kid on a farm self-built this one. That's why it's like corrugated metal and stuff. This whole rig, just some kid built. A drill bit. This one kind of looks like a house. So found out that my friend back home was actually shot and killed. And when I logged into Facebook and I found out that way. And when I did that, it kind of made me just want to put the camera and everything down and just spend that little bit of time that I had with my dad. So we didn't end up going fishing. It was just kind of too cold for him, but we just kind of hung out after we went to the Big Brutus and we checked out the mining stuff and all that. We just kind of hung out and spent some time together. So this video felt a little bit incomplete to me, so I jumped on here to just kind of explain what was going on, but decided to post it anyway. You know what I mean? I hope that you guys enjoyed that tour of the mining place. And yeah, thanks everybody that is always supporting me and always caring for me on my journeys and stuff like that. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, you know, life is precious. It can go at any time. So if you got somebody next to you that you love or whatever the situation is, just let them know. You know what I mean? Don't waste your time being mad at people. It's a waste of time. It is an absolute waste of time, because life can go pretty quick. So yeah, anyway guys, I will catch you tomorrow.